Well, greetings and welcome to my close-coupled toilet nightmare. I thought I might as well. It's a shame I haven't been doing this as I went along because I've made all the mistakes. I'm sure plumbers are going to look at me going, yeah, well, if you called in somebody that knew what they were doing, you're like, yep. And if I had to ever do this again, I would never do this again. I would just pay a plumber. And it has been an excellent learning exercise in as much as that I know now I never ever want to do any plumbing ever again. And working in confined, awkward, cramped spaces is not a good career path for me at this stage of my life. Anyway, here's what happened. So the initial toilet had the water going in. It was an old-fashioned left-hand side fill, and the water was just coming straight out of the floorboards at the back there. So it needs to be routed because this toilet is a right-hand fill. Okay, so I rerouted the water, and that's plumbing out the back there because with the pipe where it was really fouling the soil pipe. So it worked out much better to have the water over on this side. I thought, oh yeah, we've just got a nice flexible tail there going up, connect to the, it's a bit cramped, but there you go. Okay, ha ha ha. So initially I got all the water plumbed in, I'd measured it out so that it was all right. I measured the lugs on the floor because I thought this was the original toilet piece. I'd get that all put in. I'd get the cistern on top of there, okay, and then I'd just simply be able to screw the tail on because I would have attached that at the bottom there with a compression fitting. So this was all measured up, back against the wall, put the lugs, screwed the toilet in, soil pipe was all connected. Then I put this onto there and realized, that something's not quite right. Well, no, it wasn't quite right because that wall runs out slightly. So with the back of that toilet against the wall, as it's kind of designed to be, well, it doesn't work with the walls. So, oh dear, but what about the, well, anyway, so it all had to come away. As you can see, I'd done the silicone and everything because I thought, well, this, there's nothing wrong. This is all just going to go lovely. One big go. So that had to come out the other way, and right, so move that, yeah, okay, fine, so I got that in. And then I was trying to attach this to this, but doing it underneath here because there wasn't a great deal of play in there, so I'm trying to do it up underneath the toilet, and for some reason, I just couldn't seem to get this threaded right. It didn't feel right. And at one point I thought, oh, that's it. That must be it. Is that it? I couldn't quite tell, but I thought, well, look, they're going to go. Anyway, all or nothing, tightened it all up, turned the water on, it's leaking. Fuck. So, take it all apart, take the cistern off and discover that I had indeed cross-threaded it. Okay. So I take that out and I think, well, that's not going to work. So then I go and buy this replacement thing from Wix. I put this in, and this is where the fun really starts. Okay, so I thought, right, well, I'll tighten that, I'll get this fixture on, so then I know that the compression fitting is going to work, a bit of, PTFE tape or whatever. So I try and tighten this up onto there, and at this point I've got, oh no, I tell a lie. Yeah, no, I'm still using the original rubber washer that was in there, which had been slightly damaged by trying to tighten it up onto this cross-threaded thing. Well done, me. But just very difficult because this thing twists. So you can set the height correctly. And there's nowhere to really get any purchase on here. That isn't any kind of ring that you can get a spanner on. So trying to get that, I tightened it up as best that I could. I put this all in and thought, well, this is going to go on yet again. But I have no option but to trust it all because of the way, there's nowhere to test it all until it's all in there, if you see what I mean. So I siliconed it all up. whacked it on there, tightened it up, water on, pissing water. Water off. Swear jar is now, I tell you what, when quarantine ends, I'm going on a round the world trip, like first class, because that mofo is like giant sized. So then I go and buy the fibre washer. You know, I do some research online, think, oh, fuck's okay, fibre washer on there, try tightening it up. But again, because it's back on there, can't really get any purchase on that, because I do as best I can. Turn the water back on. Computer says, leaking. Twice around the world we're going now, twice around the world, first class.